Hero Clash needs to step up. Yo, what's going on, Hero? Yo, what's going on, Hero Clash? Welcome back to a brand new Hero Clash Intel video. Get your L and L's ready, your laughs, and your learning. Let's get this. The brand new Arcana system has been released, and this is going to be just an Intel video where I just break it down for y'all so it's easy to understand. However, there will be a beginner's guide video coming out in the near future where we put everything together, breaking down individual stats, you know, which ones from just, you'll see. The new system, the good old ancient Arcana. Okay, so here we go. First things first, I just want to say it really quick. Whoever created the explanation for the Arcana system needs to be fired. Absolutely atrocious, it's out of order, and here we go. So, when it comes to Arcana forging, you have normal forge and special forge. Two different things, right? So obviously we all had primordial stardust, and then moving up we have is radiant stardust, and then we have heroic stardust, and then we have divine stardust, and then we have eternal stardust. Okay? So throughout the weeks and months, you'll be able to get some of this stardust, or you could pay for it, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then you're able to use the altar. Using the altar, you'll be able to forge to hopefully get that Arcana. And if you don't get the Arcana through a special forge, then you'll get a normal forge, which will give you other materials. Now, the game did a great job at not explaining what these other materials are, so that's why I am here. So if you go down to the recommended packs, we have the Eternal Stardust pack. As you can see, this is Ancient Star Mine. Remember this. Ancient Star Mine, because it's going to pop up in the middle of the video. There's one more. There's like a little cube thingy. Bro, where is it at? Am I tripping? That's not it, no. Anyways, there's another symbol that I'll show as it pops up. We're going to be focusing on the Ancient Star Mine because this actually pops up as one of the random materials you can get if you do not get a special forge. So, when you use any of these 5 materials up here and you put them into the altar, you have a percentage chance to get the Arcana. We're going to get other, which will underline here. So when it comes to primordial stardust, you have a 25% chance to get the primordial Arcana, and when you get the primordial Arcana, you just go over to Arcana Codex, go over to primordial Arcana, and then you can choose one of these 8s, right? One of these 8s. Now, in the beginner's guide, I will go over all 8 of these. I don't want to sit here for 40 minutes explaining all these. When it comes to the primordial forging, you have a 25% chance to get the Arcana itself, or you have a 45% chance to get Arcana shards. But as you see right here, Ancient Star Mine, 30% chance to grant that. Obviously, you're going to want to be going for the Arcana, but it's all pure luck, right? Hopefully not Jungle Riggins luck. Oh, that'd be atrocious. Moving on to the Radiant Stardust, you can click it and then you can read. You have the shards 35%, Ancient Star Mine 20%, and Luminous Crystal. To wrap everything up in a nutshell, just in a few seconds, long story short, you have normal forging and special forging. Normal forging will get you the random materials such as the shards, the crystals, the Ancient Star Mine, depending on which forge you do, primordial, radiant, heroic, divine, eternal. And if you're lucky enough to get a special forging, then you'll actually get that Arcana piece itself. That's pretty much all it is to it, and let's continue. 5% now. You're probably curious, what is Luminous Crystal? Okay, I got you. So I made a mistake and actually got the pod. I meant to get the furnace, but I actually got the plate, which is unfortunate. However, when it comes to upgrading, as you can see, we have your Ancient Star Mine. There it goes, and it requires gold coins to rank up. Yes, it requires 300, and as you can see, there are 5 stars, right? Okay, too easy. Then we click that bad boy right here. Too easy. It can be upgraded to level 60. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Relics, level 60, right? I think Relics is level 60. I think. Okay. And then moving on, if you want to rank up, you have the shard. Oh, here go the shards. Here you go. Voracious plate shards. And then there goes the luminous crystals. I was like, where are they at? Where are they at? Material required to rank up a Heroic, Arcana, and Divine Arcana. Too easy. Cake of doodles, right? So, long story short, throughout the weeks and months, you're going to be able to get these for free, and then there's going to be a very hefty price when it comes to obtaining these. However, you guys already know my #1 rule when it comes to Hero Clash. If you can buy it anytime you want in the game, then you're going to pay top dollar. And yes, about a year ago, they had this very similar system when it came to the exclusive stones, where it was same type of looking page, and it was literally $1 per stone. And this is at the point where you really couldn't earn stones that much except for the Esper badge events. And outside of that, you're paying $1 per stone. And this past person right here, this clown right here, ended up spending about $100 to $150 on stones. So my past self. You know, it is what it is. We live and we learn, and that's why I'm here to help you out when it comes to your good old Hero Clash journey. Like I said, rule of thumb when it comes to Hero Clash is if you can buy it at any time in the game, any place, then it's probably not worth it. 100%. However, I have a sneaky suspicion these bad boys are going to be popping up in future events for probably about $25 to $50, or it could be blended in with other rewards. How, you know, you get a $25 pass, you go up 300, and then when you get to 500 or 1,000, oh, it pops up, boom, there it goes, boom. And I have a sneaky suspicion, I believe these are probably going to be, these are going to enter the S Plus card at some point as well. Now, this is all speculation. There's no facts to this. This isn't, there's no, inside intel on this one. I just have an assumption that these will probably end up in the, the little S Plus, let's just go to it right now when it comes to the S Plus cards. These right here. However, not these ones, but there's another one where you have the gems, and it pops up every 1 to 2 months when you take advantage of the quarterly events or the half quarterly events. And there's 3 slots. You have this slot, you have the relic slot, and then you have the 3-star gem slot, and there's 8 of them. I think there's going to be a 4th one, in my personal opinion, right? So when it comes down to the Arcana forging system, I highly recommend just waiting. Just wait it out, and this is definitely going to be a long-term type of system where just it's going to be intense. And as you can see, when it comes to awakening stats, you have will and will resistance. Long story short, will pretty much just means damage, right? Just a new way to say damage. So if the enemy has 5 will resistance and I have 10 will, well, 10 minus 5 is 5. I still have 5 left over, which means I'm going to do 5% more damage. They're going to receive 5% more damage. That is how Hero Clash explained it to me. It's very, very simple, okay? Now, it does seem like the community is in a huge uproar when it comes to this system, but I guess it all just comes down to what future events Hero Clash is going to release, because obviously there has to be a pay-to-play side to every event, so it's a business. They have to make money. However, I'm more intrigued. I'm more focused on how a free-to-play player is able to maneuver and navigate through this system. So far, we really don't know. We have little bits and pieces here and there from the Facebook and / Discord page. However, only time will tell. So when it comes down to it, oh, I forgot to mention that. And once a month, if you go to monthly, you have it right here. And yes, I made a huge mistake of choosing the wrong one. I meant to choose the furnace, but I chose the pot. Dang it! However, obviously, it refreshes in 9 days, so is it really that big of an issue? Not really. And there are only 4 to choose from, right? There's only 4 to choose from. And eventually, well, within 4 months, you're going to have all of them. And in 10 days, we can restart this all over again. And 10 days after that, I'll have it unlocked again. So I'm going to get that furnace, right? Now that we explained it, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new Arcana system. And there's a lot more coming too. This is just a basic breakdown. And I'm going to give my 3 cents to Hero Clash, because I know y'all are watching. When it comes to all of these systems, you guys do a great job at creating new systems, from the relic system, the gem system, the Arcana system, focusing in on the willpower system. Intelligent, right? One thing that you really are slacking on is, what is the point of all these systems? Not from a Hero Clash point of view. We already know it's money. We already know that. but from a player point of view, right? And I made this argument with Hero Clash over a year ago.
Trinity from the future here. Now, long story short, before I joined as a content creator, one of my terms, one of my obligations for joining the content creation team was for Hero Clash to do 4 things. Well, one of those 4 things was to increase the Crucible reward to where it was more lucrative, to where it was more exciting, not just 15 faction scrolls, etc., but a rotational reward system to where you end up getting God/Voider pieces. It could be 10 shards, 25 shards. You know, if you win 2-3 Crucibles in a row, then, you know, there's some different type of reward to keep the players happy when it comes to competing within the Crucible. And obviously that never happened, which it's okay, because fast forward 1 year, here we are. It's okay, because fast forward 1 year, here we are. And
we do all of this ranking up. We do all this battling. You know, example, the Crucible for what? 15 faction scrolls? To advance in PvE? You know, I just think it's iniquitous, to say at least, that you have all these great systems, especially pay-to-play systems, but the reward we get for taking advantage of these systems is pretty much nothing. Hero Clash needs to step up. I already know a few whales who have already quit the game. So there goes 50 to 100,000 right there per year. My issue is y'all need to start listening to the community. Listen to Trinity GX. It's not hard. All you have to do, take the Crucible, right? You create a brand new super OP hero, but it is unattainable by money. It is unattainable by time. And you know what you do? You take that brand new hero. It takes 18 pieces to get them to Eternal, right? Each time someone wins the Crucible or top 4 of the Crucible, they get 1 piece, right? If you get top 16, you get 25 shards. If you get top 32, you get 10 shards.
And for the free-to-play players, I did not forget about y'all. If you aren't able to compete in the Crucible, or you don't make the top 64 or top 32 or whatever, well, there's a new system for that as well that I created. We already have a system of voting to see who wins and you get gold. Well, for those players who aren't in the top 32 plus, then you're able to vote, and once you get 5, 10, 15, 20 guesses correct in a row, then it will grant you 1 piece. However, anyone in the top 32 will not have access to this feature. And this way, everyone benefits from the Crucible. And you can take this same concept and put them on every other single game mode or any new game mode to make the game better.
Or if you, there's so many ways that you can incorporate greatness in this game. And Hero Clash, it just seems like you guys aren't doing anything. And it's driving me up a wall. Iniquitous, to say at least. Atrocious. Nefarious, villainous, iniquitous, heinous. And it's 100% disappointing. There needs to be change. Like, does Hero Clash really need to lose 6 to 7 figures? Like, oh, we gotta wake up.
Yeah, if I owned Hero Clash and the top 1% customers contacted me, told me what they want or recommend, I think I would sit around that board meeting like, hey, this group right here who spent 6 to 7 figures, they're requesting X, Y, and Z. How can we make this happen or make something close enough to what they want? And I'm bewildered on what's been happening within Hero Clash in the last 365 days. Just to give you guys an example, if anyone who is elite, let's say someone came in the chat like, hey, Trin, I will become elite for $500 a month if you create X, Y, and Z for your channel, and this pops up and that pops up. Do you think I'm just gonna say like, nah, but we have a new perk though, don't worry. I have a new perk that has nothing to do with what you want.
At the end of the day, you have all these systems, but you have no reward.
But yeah, with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about the new Arcana system. I can't wait to read all your responses. Greatness manifest.